Marco, welcome back. It's Sunday silliness tonight, man. That's how I'm feeling.
Silliness, as if every day is dead serious.
Right? So we are now 14% of the way through the 60-game Major League Baseball tournament. And I know you're chuckling at that because yesterday we were 17% through. And so let me explain to the viewers who are paying close attention, like, what the fuck is he doing?
At least to me. To me. I went in the whole thing how 17 had heft, and now we're at 14. I think the whole thing's going to get called off now.
No.
Just kidding, fans. I'm just kidding.
It's totally accurate. And let me explain. So I've been doing the percentage of the progress through the season, and I'm sitting there looking at it, and it's just clear as can be that different teams are different pace, different amount of games played, and we don't know how all these games are going to be made up. They're 7-inning double headers. So we had the first one of those today where the Tigers got swept at home by the Reds. Just when you thought the Tigers were, all they needed was a split today of the series, and they're flying high. But they couldn't even. I mean, they got 2 hits.
Just when you thought they had a little roar, huh?
Right. They get 2 hits against angry Bauer in the second game, which I thought that the Reds would want to throw Bauer in the first game. This guy's ready to. He warmed up right before the game yesterday, but we'll get to those games in a minute. The point
he was fired up. I mean, we already knew because he contributed to our polemic section, so we knew that Bauer was fired up for today.
So how do you do an analysis of how far we are in the season with different teams at different rates? We don't even know how many games every team is going to play. Manfred said yesterday that teams may not even play the full 60, and they may just determine playoff spots by winning percentage. So look, it's an amalgamation of where the teams are. I have a formula. I put it all in, and sometimes it comes out. Look, it's all physics.
Okay, it's all physics. But I have to say that if the number is reduced by percent, the percentage is reduced from the day before at 17, and now we're at 14. I think 14 actually reflects the fact that you're more sure that the season is going to finish completely.
It is.
Because you're calculating more games to be played.
Yes, exactly. And so it incorporates the likelihood of ultimate success. It's all
we're happy about that. I mean, that's what we MLB fans look for. That's what we tourney fans look for, man.
Right. It's an algorithm. That's all I can say. And so we're 14% in. But you know what the greatest thing about gambling is? That the greatest thing is when you have like just a huge day. There's nothing better. I've done all sorts of things. I've done stand-up comedy professionally in front of big houses. I teach for a living, where you get to do instruction, sometimes lectures in front of large students, and just the reception is so wonderful when you see that they're getting it. You've tried legal cases in front of juries and won. I'm telling you, there's no better, just more invigorating feeling in life than having a big day on baseball games. There just isn't.
I hear you.
Unfortunately, today was not one of those days.
I thought Ohtani was gonna, help soften it a little, and then all of a sudden, the automatic runner on second, and it all.
No, that didn't have anything to do with Ohtani. Well,
it didn't have anything to do with Ohtani, but I was like, this is going to be great. Ohtani's saving our ass, but
no, Ohtani was terrible. He didn't get through the second. Didn't read.
What do you have? 5 base on balls
in a row.
Strikeouts?
Yeah, he had an 8-pitch first, and then he walks 5 guys in the second, and that was the end of Ohtani. It was the middle relief that gave us a shot. But the point is, the handicapping of that game was not so much on how Ohtani would do. We were prepared for Ohtani to have a total meltdown. This was an analysis that was really a fade of the Astros pitcher. And Lord knows the Angels were in position to close out the game. Top of the ninth, they were at 4-3, and
Right.
even giving up the tying run in the ninth to make it 4-4, they still went to the 10th and the 11th with the bases loaded, and 2 innings in a row with the bases loaded, they failed to win the game. So we were right there. I don't feel bad about that analysis. You have a home team getting money. I would take that bet every single day. So that was not
But you
the
did. I mean, I really should focus on the fact and really just point out and highlight that you did say you had no faith that Otani was going to do anything, and you made it clear in the analysis.
yeah. So that's a tough luck loss. No doubt about that. The other game we gave out today was the Padres and the Rockies, and I just got it wrong. So just flip the analysis. I look back and analyze that loss, and it's clear to me that I put too much weight on the sample size for Davies pitching in Colorado. That's all there is to it. Weighted that a little bit too heavy. San Diego wound up getting to Senzatella. We knew he would, but the problem was just had too much respect for Davies. And so even though the Padres did get to Senzatella, it was too little, too late, and it just didn't matter in the entire scheme of things. It was a wrong play. But at least our fun play on the Reds over first inning, first game, 7 innings. That was just a fun play. So the score was 3-3 going into the ninth. All they got to do is get into the extra innings, and we probably would have hit that one.
I mean, that was the analysis: is that even though it's only 7 innings, there's a chance it could go into extras with automatic runners. And what did you think? What did you think about the doubleheader situation?
Love it.
You want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I don't think they should take a break between games. That's what I think. I think 7 innings, game over, back on the field. You really want to speed things up? If that's what we're talking about here, why is there a little break? Why did they have that break time? They don't have cabanas. They don't have our field set up.
Right. Dress tents.
Right? That's it. Back out there, guys. Exchange lineup cards.
But instead, go dive back in an infested locker room for no gosh dang reason, right?
Exactly. And I did find it very interesting, though, the lineups in the second game. Neither team was really playing their starters, and I would have thought that Detroit would have been very serious about trying to win the second game, but Detroit packed it in. They just packed it in. And they played a lineup where they just didn't care. And you know what? I think we've analyzed it in a prior show where we think maybe as few as 28 games gets you into 28 wins. 28 wins gets you into the postseason. And so I'm not seeing a lot of urgency here. You and I thought that maybe teams would be coming out with urgency to win games, like every game matters. But I don't think that's the case. Maybe these managers are analyzing the situation such that home field advantage is not as crucial in the playoffs as maybe we thought it would be. With so what difference does it make? You just get in.
I mean, you could get home field advantage and technically not be able to play in your ballpark, even in the 3-game series where the top seed gets all the home games.
Right, based on what they're doing. So
and even best case scenario for our Jays, they're going to get 3 games in Buffalo in October. That's going to be pretty cold.
Right. So
they're going to be coming out. I mean, the playoffs are going to be coming out in the same time that they would normally come out, right?
I only know about tomorrow. Didn't we have this whole discussion? Didn't we have the whole discussion that we only look one?
I think it's going to be. I think they're going to be pretty much the same. So so home field. My point is that what kind of advantage is home field in Buffalo in October when it could be snowing?
So what they should do is they should be bringing the dome from Toronto to cover the field in Buffalo. That's what they should do.
They're afraid to play in a field that is domed.
Yeah,
We learned that from the song.
exactly. So
But what I like about your point about the double headers is just keep playing. I like the fact that the grounds crew could also get extra work and maybe get a bump in pay because they're like now wheeling in the dress tents and the cabanas and and everything, and it's all happening in stream, you know. And I like that idea that they're there, they're busy. They're not just waiting for rain. They're waiting for the next game, and boom, boom, boom. This is, I mean, it's like NASCAR or something, man. You're in the pit, boom, boom, boom. That race ain't stopping, right? So
that's right.
People that are grounds crew, they know to be fast and they want to work and they want to move and they want to keep their immune systems up and so move the dress tents, get the cabanas out there and just keep playing. I like it, man.
Exactly. Let me say a quick word about our non-sponsor sponsor, Zero Water. It's a what is this called? A tumbler that has the water purifier within it. You get zero solids. It's wonderful, but it's discontinued.
All right. Well, just like our ad revenue.
And the Major League Baseball season. So anyway, it's just so much fun to try to break these games down and analyze them. And I think what we're seeing is managers are just treating these games as if it is part of a regular season.
Are you inching your way to me opening up the polemics bag?
Yeah, let's run through a couple more of these games today first.
Okay, yeah. You want to talk about what do you want to talk about? Start.
I want to talk about the Mets and
there was a guy that sneaked out in the middle of the night, huh?
Yeah, you want to go right to Cespedes? We have to mention.
Well, I mean, that's the fun thing. I mean, here's a guy. What is he, like 6'2.5", like 250 pounds, and he's trying to tiptoe out of a hotel, and nobody can find him.
He tiptoed out the back stairs and didn't tell anybody.
I mean,
so I don't buy this.
In the middle of the night, man. He secrets into the dark.
Yeah, I don't buy it for a second. Look, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but clearly something went on with Cespedes. He disappeared. And he didn't even contact the team. His agent contacted the team and said he's opting out for the season. Clearly, whatever transpired, the agent put together the best thing for you to do is claim you're opting out and you're done and no investigation. Look, this entire Mets team is a disaster. And I know wait
a minute, I got to stop you on the investigation part. I mean, you can't just throw out investigation. What are we investigating? Are we investigating juice? Are we investigating trafficking? What are we investigating?
I didn't hear what you said. Are we
investigating that he's juicing up? Are we investigating trafficking? What are we investigating?
No way to know. All we know is that the agent just said you have to be sidelined and we're going to say you don't want to play anymore for coronavirus.
How much of that $110 million did he have left on his contract? I know he lost the 4.7 he was going to get for the 60 games in the tourney.
Well, but he gets a percentage of that, so he probably.
I mean, he got but he got a little bit. But whatever's remaining on the 4.7, right. So he lost 700,000. Let's say. I mean, he lost $4 million. He made 700,000. I'm not talking about that, but I'm saying how much was left on his 110 because I think he has. That's done too because I think he's pretty much done with that contract.
Right.
Maybe he thinks he's gonna go. I don't know. Go to Toronto where it's nice and clean, and work out and come back like a Superman and get a really big contract. Maybe his agent said, "Hey, you can get even a better contract. Opt out now. Don't mess around with this COVID stuff." But you think
but if that was the case, that's not how he would have exited. He would have exited like a professional, not like a junkie. Not like a junkie. So who knows what happened? This was a cover story by the agent.
All right, I was just trying. I mean, I'm an optimistic guy, and I'm not a conspiracy guy either. But I mean, I'm trying to keep the show buoyant. I'm trying to keep it buoyant, but and you're going into a criminal procedural, which is fine. Well, but I'm an attorney. I got to cross-examine you a little. Don't take it personally, okay?
I'm just saying that's what the inferences really look like when you look into it. Meanwhile, the Mets are spiraling down. They score 0 runs on 10 hits today. How do you get 10 hits and not score a run? It's because you're not getting any clutch hitting because you just don't have the focus or attention. This Mets team is a debacle, and I think based on Cespedes, maybe he's just like, I have to abandon ship. Maybe that is probably a good decision. All I know is this team at this point, the best thing they should do, the best thing they can do, is they should fake a COVID. They should fake a COVID outbreak and
Yeah, they
take 2
should.
weeks off, quarantine, isolate, and just
So get some bad tests that show false positives.
yeah, just claim we all got COVID.
But you got to deliver some tests through the protocol. So someone's got a secret. Cespedes. Let's call him Cespedes, even though it's Cespedes. Cespedes has to get he secrets out while people secret in a bad tests that provide false positives, because something has to go to and within the
It's
protocol.
easy now. They just blame Cespedes. Done.
So he's the fall guy. I knew I'd get to the bottom.
Why not? So
Now it's an episode of the Rockford Files. Go ahead.
how about a Dazzy Vance update?
Yeah, let's get right into that Dazzy Vance update. What was Kershaw's final numbers today? I know I don't want to even get involved with you have against him, and since you're involved in conspiracy theories now, and you're bringing the heat. But what were his numbers today?
He looked great. Over
Yeah.
5 1/3, some strikeouts, no earned runs, few hits. He looked
Was
like
Dr. Doug happy about that game?
I didn't talk to him about the game, but
Okay.
we do have a COVID corner update.
Yeah, we have that waiting. I have that right on the list because I'm keeping a tight list today because we went long yesterday.
You want me to do the polemic now? Is that
Uh,
where we're at? Or
I think we should open the polemic bag. But you were saying something about that I interrupted you.
I don't know. I was looking at the games. I see. Did you see that Terry Francona, the coach of Cleveland, didn't make it to the game today? Did you see?
No,
this?
I did not. What was that? Was this another conspiracy theory? Was he secreted somewhere?
No. But perhaps, I mean, people are thinking,
Perhaps.
people are thinking that, they
Is he rendezvousing with Cespedes? Is this going to be a love story like that senator from South Carolina and the Argentinian?
No,
Okay.
we know where Francona is. He was in the hospital because of some gastronomic issues, and people are like floating around on Twitter. It's really he's got COVID, and this is a cover story. But I don't think that's true. I don't believe in this conspiracy theory.
I don't believe that either.
It's not true. No, it's clear that that the way the Cleveland Indians have been playing the past few games, that their hitting is so bad that they can make anybody sick.
Yeah, so I have to agree with you 100%. We don't even have to analyze it any further, man. They made him sick to his stomach, and I believe it's not COVID. And I believe that they'll take care of him 1, 2, 3. And if I would have been a little bit more prepared, I could have come with some home Italian recipes that might be good for the stomach. But if you're listening, Franconia, what my grandfather used to do, my grandfather from Bari, what he used to do if I had a little bit of an upset stomach. Now I'm not making light of it because I know it probably a little bit more if you're in the hospital, but he would make me sip grappa, even as a young boy. Settles the stomach right away. So that was just an ad lib. Let's get right into the polemics. I'm opening up the polemics bag. You're on fire. Give it to us.
So I will because I feel very strongly about this point. We're all familiar with the walk-off celebrations that have really overcome the entire league in the past 10 years, really. It's been about 10 years where when a team walks off a victory, it becomes this entire celebration out in the field.
Guys jumping up and down, banging each other, potentially injuring each other.
Morales' career basically ended when he hit a winning home run and came around third base and jumped up and broke his leg on home plate.
I never liked it even PC COVID, meaning pre-COVID, because PC COVID, COVID PC. So go ahead.
Right. So these celebrations, in meaningless games, they have had these celebrations dogpile on the pitcher's mound, and it's like you're 3-7, and you just beat a team that.
And your best pitcher, now has to get his shoulder repaired.
Right. And so all of these walk-off celebrations have really annoyed me for the past 10 years, and it's gotten to the point now where it's a meaningless game, and just because you hit a single, or you hit a ball that some fielder made an error on, and now it's a big. But what I'm
Much
noticing,
hyperbole is what you're getting at.
no, this is just straight up fact. This is what they do.
No, but I'm just saying. No, I'm saying you don't like all the hyperbole to something that's just so standard, like
I don't like that these guys are
a
celebrating.
cheap hit, they win. Why are you jumping up and down? It's not the playoffs.
Right, they're celebrating every meager win as if they've won the pennant. You didn't just
Right.
win the pennant; you beat a 3-7 team against their bum pitcher. But I have to say,
Yeah, I have to say you don't like the hysteria of all of it. I didn't mean the hyperbole. It's Sunday. It's
the
late.
hysteria.
Silly Sunday. Give me a break.
But what I do want to say is, I like the new walk-off no-touch celebration.
That
This
is fun.
It is fun. They jump, but they don't high five. They do a little thing, and they don't elbow. Oh, I'm into that. That's really cool. They're kind of moving around, and I've even seen the toe touch where they touch the cleats, and that's fine because to me that's a mockery of the walk-off celebration. So a no-touch celebration is fine, but the very best thing would be if you take the no-touch celebration one step further to just not celebrating at all. I would like that the best. Go back into your dirty clubhouse where you, and there you can spray each other with champagne. Spray each other with champagne for having beaten the 3-7.
Go back into your dirty clubhouse. That's
Right.
how much you like the no. Yeah, that's beautiful. We'll close up polemics bag because I have nothing to add, but I would like to add and. Well, I can't because you don't like it at all. You don't want any kind of celebration. But what's your what would be your non-celebration celebration move? If, like, say you hit a walk-off dinger in an important game. What's your move?
Yeah, it's, you're happy about it.
No, but what's your move though? Like, yeah, you're gonna go with the fake
fist bump.
touching.
Yeah, that thing.
I think it's too much if I do the fake ring in the pinky with the other guy. Okay. I don't know what I'm getting at. This is all ad-libbed. No, but go ahead. All right, yeah, that was the polemics bag, and we're closing it up. And so the doubleheader. I think you had some more things you wanted to talk about related to the
I
double.
wanted to do a Dazzy Vance update.
Oh, the Dazzy Vance. That's what we talked about, right? That's right.
It's Lance Lynn is right there with Bieber, and I just think they're neck and neck, and it just makes me think that time has. Well, remember when Kyle Hendricks was good?
Wait, is Wade LeBlanc in the Dazzy Vance? I mean, come on, he had two pretty great outings for a journeyman, poor man's Jamie Moyer.
He sure has. And how about Ian Snell? He's gone.
I mean, Seattle could use LeBlanc right now. I mean,
Right.
they're struggling to get W's. Although Kyle Lewis had a homer today, and I think he's at 4.44, which is a nice even number, all fours.
Hey, he's Teddy Ballgame, right? He's gonna catch Teddy.
Teddy ball game. You're gonna bring that up again? We can't bring Teddy ball games into the tournament.
I think
Let's not make him roll over in his cryograph or whatever they do when they freeze you.
Look, Fletcher is creeping up on Teddy too. But did any of these guys fly fighter planes?
No,
Right?
they didn't know how to do what he did. Nobody did. Nobody know how to do what people did back in the day. It's pretty amazing.
What's amazing to me is it looks like the Phillies are gonna play a game tomorrow.
Oh,
we'll
that's
look
exciting.
We'll look at the day ahead tomorrow at the end of the show, but they're going to New York, I think. But I'm surprised because Philadelphia hasn't played since the Marlins were shut down, and nobody on Philadelphia has tested positive. They just got shut down. I've been contemplating
Yeah.
this the whole
Are you
time.
You're not opening up the polemics bag again,
No.
are you?
No, the
I'm just
Phillies
kidding.
have been shut down the whole time, and it's like they don't have anybody positive. They had a person on the staff and some trainer or something, but You know, they opened the season by losing 2 or 3 to the COVID-infested, sick-as-dog Marlins. In the 2 losses, they got blown out. And so it did make sense that the league had no other choice but to shut that team down.
They have too many stars to be taking a dump like that. I hear you, man.
Right?
Wow, you're all about conspiracy theories today.
They're going to let them back at it, I think, tomorrow.
You had some
But-
stuff you wanted to talk about doubleheaders for, I think, and I can't remember exactly what you wanted
I
to
got
say.
nothing else on double headers.
Yeah.
Everything I have on double headers.
Okay.
But yesterday,
Okay.
you did.
I thought that's what we were getting
Look,
at.
I hate to be this guy. I don't want to be this guy.
Oh God.
But
Oh, boy.
yesterday, you
Oh, boy.
attributed the Let's Play 2 to Ernie Banks, or not to Ernie Banks, to Fergie Jenkins.
I know, man. It's embarrassing. But look, in my defense, I know they're different generations, about 10 years apart. But in my defense, they both have first names that are shortened with IE. Ferguson is Fergie and Ernest is Ernie. They also played on the Cubs together for 5 years. They're both first ballot Hall of Famers. Are in and around the same percentage. I think Fergie got in at 75 something, and Ernie got in with 83. I mean, people make mistakes. I mean, I don't know. I guess I deserve it. I mean, you want to throw it at me? Throw it at me. I made a mistake. I thought I was being all clever, but go ahead, give it to me.
Well, I'm the one who made the mistake because I was focused on the games and it caught my ear, and I was like, I knew something was wrong. I'm all, no, Fergie was a Ranger, but really the mistake was
He was a Ranger. Yes, that's true.
Right? The mistake really was not any of that. The mistake was not just being able to say, Fergie's a starting pitcher. Why the hell would he say, let's play 2? A starting pitcher? Well, what's he going to do during the second game? He's going to sit on the, hey, let's play 2, guys. What do you
What do
mean?
you think? You really, I know. Okay, you're really coming after me, man. Well, maybe he thought he was Al Spalding. I don't know, but
Al Spalding did pitch back-to-back doubleheaders.
That's what I'm saying. I got to throw something out there with knowledge. But this is the tournament. Everything's up in the air. The rules are changed. You could change iconic quotes from iconic players. But hey, man, I'll tell you, man, you're razzing me. But I'll tell you what, man. As Cal, and I'll keep my eye on you. Mistakes. And as Cal Ripken once famously said, it ain't over till it's over.
Well, Fergie Jenkins is the pride of Chatham, Ontario, the only Canadian member of the Baseball Hall of Fame. How about that?
Wow.
So can you?
I don't know why I thought Robin Yount was from Canada, but I mean, I know he played for Milwaukee, but I don't know why I thought he was from Canada.
No, I don't know. Maybe that resource.
No, he's not from Canada. I think he is the only player. I don't know.
I don't know where he's.
All right, I deserve that. So.
Well, how about your O's, man? Sweeping the. Well,
unbelievable. I mean, what can you say? I mean, they got some. I mean, it's like you with teaching, practicing law, doing the show, personal appearances, They got so many things in the fire. They're banishing players to the Marlins, but they're just winning, and I think they're just playing with energy. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what's wrong with Chris Davis. I know that we kind of teased him a little for having the sniffles and not showing up to play. But he's not COVID, thank God. So I could jest a little. But now I guess he's got something with his knee.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I'm happier with Chris Davis out of the lineup. They got Nunez playing first. They got this kid Mountcastle that's itching to play that could come in. They're just playing with energy, and it's fun to see. And but who knew they were going to get this kind of starting pitching from LeBlanc, man? I mean, seriously. I mean,
not just LeBlanc, but straight up and down the road.
And this guy, and this guy Malone today, man. Jesus, I mean, I never even heard of Malone. Or is that how you say his name? I can't even remember.
I say Milan.
Oh boy.
Let's go to the COVID corner.
Oh yes, Dr. DD from the CC. DD from the CC.
So we've occasionally seen the towel that you use to wipe your face down, and
I guess I should bring it up. I mean, I didn't make the meeting as per usual, but yeah, this is what you're talking about.
yeah, it's a beautiful towel, and I know you're using it because you're appreciative of the new Major League Baseball rule that allows the pitchers to bring a wet towel to use the wet towel.
Yeah, partially.
Right. And so Dr. Doug, he's pointing out that there's still the problem of the virus that could be present on the towel. And so his point is, and I think it's a good point, that it really should be draped over a humidifier between innings. And he goes a step further and says on the mound, they should have little mini humidifiers for the wet towel. And I think it should be a rosin bag, a little wet towel, and some hand sanitizer. There should be a whole little pitcher's.
I mean, they should also have a best man and a butler on the mountain too. A man's man and a butler and a valet. What does the humidifier do? I mean, maybe they should just have a battery-operated blow dryer or whatever, because the heat's not good for those things. I wear an old silk scarf, as my mask, and then when I come back as part of my COVID clearing, I put the mask right in the dryer and put it on high heat, and that kills whatever could possibly be on there.
So let me show you something. So can you see what I got here?
Yeah, you got the weightlifting gloves.
These are not weightlifting gloves. These are a gift from Dr. Doug.
DD from the CC. He's bringing out gifts. We're the ones that's supposed to be giving out gifts. Those are nice, man.
We give out prizes, not gifts.
That's true.
And, our first prize was claimed. Our first prize was claimed today by Steve.
Yeah.
Steve. So
his prize is in the mail. Yes, it is indeed.
It'll be in the mail on Tuesday.
Oh, you told me today. You made me lie to my own cousin.
It's Sunday, so it can't go out today. I'm having trouble getting this on, but I need to display this. So this clearly goes this way.
If the glove don't fit, you got to quit. What are we doing here?
So these are the Bionic, the Marshawn Lynch Bionic.
Oh, wow.
Beast mode flexible polyurethane synthetic. These are the gloves that Dr. Doug recommends for daily wear. And thank you, Dr. Doug. I mean, they fit, they feel great. They're not just for weightlifting, but if you do wear them to the gym, which Dr. Doug is quick to point out, stay out of the gym. But if you do go to the gym right now, his point is use the hand sanitizer, but use it right on the gloves.
Really?
Right. He says sanitize up those gloves. So I'm going to just do a little demonstration here of how it works. You pour a little sanitizer onto the glove, and then you really just rub it into the glove, and you sanitize the hands through the glove. And you can even feel, when you're wearing the glove, you can feel the warmth of the sanitizer really kicking in. And now I can touch my face.
All right. And you felt the warmth through that bionic glove.
Yeah.
The same gloves that Marshawn Lynch was wearing when he thought he was going to get the hand up to walk in for the touchdown reception. Okay.
So
those are nice. I like them.
Dr. Doug, thank you for the product, and thank you for the sanitary tip.
Excellent, man. Excellent.
Get yourself a pair on Amazon.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Doug, for that. And the humidifier on the mound, like the tubs of Purell at the bases, will the humidifier be in play?
The humidifier is part of the game.
Okay.
So, how we doing, Marco?
I don't know, man. I'm feeling a little overheated, man, to be honest with you. I'm in 98-degree weather out here. in the DMV, I like to call it.
Is it a dry heat, a wet heat, a
It's a
soft?
wet heat. I'm in 98 degrees, 100 degree, 100% humidity. Like we like to say, it's got a heat index of Ohtani's ERA. What did that come down to, by the way? Did it come down to like what? Like in the what is it?
Under 200. It dropped hundreds of thousands of points, and then he went out to the second inning and probably added another couple hundred points on it.
Yeah, so that's how the heat feels still as Ohtani's. But I had to go mow the lawn, and I want to, we really love the show, and we really want to keep it going, and we love this tournament, and so just for good karma, even though it was hot, I was like, I got to mow the lawn. Where they got a hurricane that's coming up from Florida. I got to get this done. But it'd be just as good karma for the baseball gods. I decided to do the crosshatch pattern as if I had, like an outfield at the Camden Yards, and it took me like 3 hours, and I was like dripping sweat. I was completely drained. Come in right away, get a little squeeze of fresh lemon, a little ACV, water, and get the electrolytes, go take a cold shower. And as I'm in the shower, I'm washing my hair, and I'm like, my scalp is kind of burning and itching a little. And I'm like, I've never had dandruff. I don't have any dandruff. God knows I spent top dollar at the hippie store for the shampoo and the conditioner. And I'm like, I'm like, Jesus H. Jesus H. Cristo. I'm thinking, I wasn't wearing a hat out there. In those Ohtani conditions, I wasn't wearing a hat. What am I thinking? That this is going to protect from the sun? The one thing that this COVID has taught me is to look in the mirror. Because God knows who the hell else do I have to look at for these last 4 months? And I look in that mirror, I'm a bald old man. And if that's not enough, I sit here and do the show with you every goddamn day. I got the split screen. I'm looking at that. Each strand of that beautiful hair is like a beanstalk sprouting out its own waves of grain, of this beautiful amber grain. And I'm looking at it, and it's as if you're mocking me with that Samson-like locks. And I'm looking at mine. I'm looking at mine on the split screen every day, and I don't know not to put a hat on. At best, I got some renegade wisps. They're like a French royalty, like a French prince in 1940 that doesn't realize that his country's been overtaken, and he's in a bombed-out castle with the freaking paintings all shoujad and holes in the wall, and he's still in his silk robe with the rings on fingers, and his last loyal servant, Claude, is bringing the baguette with the jam, and but I'm saying even Claude won't make eye contact with him because he's one day bag away from absconding himself. I got renegade wisps. I got to realize these things. So the point is, nice idea for the baseball guys to do the crosshatch pattern, but put on your favorite team's cap. These guys that play.
When was the last time you were at a nose game?
Oh, last time you were allowed.
So what's that?
That would have been last year.
Right. Been to a nose game this year?
No.
So wouldn't occur to you to put on a hat, because
exactly.
You ain't wearing a hat anywhere else than when you go to the ball game. So it's not your fault.
Okay.
I absolve.
All right, thank you. You're absolving me.
Yes.
And anyway, so it's just a little sunburn, but put a little coconut oil and I'm fine.
Yeah. I think
all right. Well, I just wanted to get that out. Put the hats on, kids.
Thank you for the public service announcement.
That won't be a segment. I just had to get that off my chest.
It's
and I would have taken a picture of the crosshatch, but I didn't want to be reminded of the burning scalp.
I love the crosshatch. It was sunburn. Should we?
What do we got?
What else we got? Should we take?
We got to. You want to talk about another non-sponsor sponsor, our favorite, or
which is
Butcher Box. When you sometimes need meat and sometimes need a butcher. I'm talking about organic meat. I'm talking about free range. I'm talking about antibiotic free. I'm talking about the meat, not the butcher.
Yes. And there's a benefit with ButcherBox that people may not know. That is, when you sign up and you have an account, you aren't limited to just the ButcherBox that you have signed up for. They also have add-ons. So you want a little extra meat particular month? Add it on.
All right. That's the non-sponsor sponsor segment. And I think we could go right into your first reads for tomorrow.
I'm pumped. I'm ready. We start a brand new week. Let me call.
By the way, this is we got the most responses. That this is people's favorite segment. No pressure.
So
Michael Driggs' first read.
So yeah. Let me, for new viewers, or we're getting all sorts of new viewers every day. So let me explain what this segment is. This is where I provide look at tomorrow's slate just by first glance at the games, and you get to hear what goes on in my head upon first look at the matchups for tomorrow. And this is no indication of how the breakdown of games will go. It's just the first read of the games that pushes into the overnight handicapping. And then when lines start to come out a little bit later, that you start to formulate that and you start to then get deeper. It's just the first look. So tomorrow at 12:40, 3:40 Pacific time. So no day games tomorrow, afternoon games. Cleveland and Cincinnati. So Cleveland, that can't hit the ball anymore, that they've gone completely cold, is going against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's home. They're back in it. They're starting to hit. They just swept Detroit 2 in a row. So Cleveland, are they going to be able to get any hits at all? Plesac, who was great his first outing, goes against Sonny Gray, who is making his third start for Cincinnati. He's certainly a Dazzy Vance candidate.
Yeah, I mean,
right? So your first focus on that is the under. But we'll take a look tomorrow a little deeper. And, I mean, maybe can we bet both teams don't get a hit? That's the initial read on that.
A little hard on the Tribe.
Right. So Philadelphia seems like they're released from whatever kind of lockdown they're in. They are not going to wherever they were supposed to be playing. So they go to the Yankees. The Yankees were in Boston. Well, they were home. So they're not traveling. But Philadelphia comes into New York. New York played the late Sunday game. And so Philadelphia should be incredibly well rested. And so the issue is, right?
That's an understatement, right?
Are they going to be rusty? New York is clearly hot, and they're hitting. They'll be behind Garrett Cole, who will make his third start of the season, and he'll go against Arrieta, who we had forgotten is even a Major League Baseball player because he's on the Phillies, who have been in hiding. The Mets stay in Atlanta. And here's the thing. I've given out 2 plays back-to-back on the Mets. Today was, here's a parlay, but don't actually bet it. Just here's something to track a value play. And these Mets are behind DeGrom tomorrow. So DeGrom has to save their season. They're 3-7. The wheels have come off this team. Players are abandoning them.
Right.
And
it's amazing, man. That is
right.
Amazing how he slipped out and how you figured it all out just like
right.
that.
And so Atlanta gets to throw Soraka, who is in his own rights making a play for Dazzy Vance. So that game sets up quite interestingly. Will the Mets actually play as if it matters? Pittsburgh travels to Minnesota. Minnesota just did what they needed to do against the Twins. They're 7-2 against the 2-7 Pirates. Minnesota.
So I guess my 12-13 for the Bucks is looking pretty good. Total wins for the tournament.
Right, exactly. 12-13. So Minnesota's going to be a heavy favorite, maybe as high as 3-1. And the question is there anything else you can do with Minnesota? Can you get some? Can you get them on the run line? I mean, obviously Pittsburgh at this moment, I don't see how you play Pittsburgh. They were even in the game today against Chicago, and this should have been a game they shoulda, woulda, coulda won, and still couldn't get a victory. And
You threw a shoulda, coulda, woulda out there. I love it. Go ahead.
Milwaukee returns to play, so they take the field again. They'll be at home, and they face the hot White Sox. Kansas City. Another team that just doesn't have much going for it. We really are starting to see a separation between the quality teams and the bottom of the barrel teams.
But there's still the outliers like the Orioles. Aren't the Orioles an outlier with that? I mean, because they got a quality record. Aren't they an outlier at 4-3?
They sure are. But we're not seeing a bifurcation of the entire.
I mean, so you're saying you're seeing the Dodgers, the Yankees, you're seeing these kind of things.
Wow.
I guess San Diego's supposed to be a powerhouse team, I guess so.
Well, they just ran into a buzzsaw in Colorado. So Colorado.
No, I'm saying, I mean, I know a lot of people like them, but I didn't know they were considered one of the elite teams.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Are they even trying though? It's hard to know. Are they really putting together a competitive Western Division team? But San Francisco, who has been surprisingly
another outsider,
right?
Yeah,
well,
pretty decent records.
Right, San Francisco, Baltimore, they aren't fading yet, but they go into Colorado, and it looked today like all they were interested in doing was getting out of town. So I don't know why they're in such a hurry. They don't.
I like that you're sneaking in a little bit of your psychology. I don't want to interrupt. Please continue on.
Yeah, so they don't have a pitcher identified yet, so it looks like a bullpen game or some single A guy from their extended roster. Oakland, Seattle wrap up their series with a couple of back end guys. So Oakland probably trying to take 3 of 4 from Seattle there. Seattle forced to throw a guy named Sheffield, who had a terrible outing his last time out. So Oakland should be in a good situation there. And I really am interested in this series. This is the division, Western Division NL we've been talking about, the Dodgers, San Diego. So Dodgers are 7-3, Padres are 6-4. Are they gonna put up a bit of a challenge? Buehler comes in and he'll face Paddock. The game's in San Diego.
That's a good game tomorrow,
right?
That's a fun game.
Isn't that exciting? Because
that's just fun to watch. I mean, that's a fun tournament game just for anybody, even if you're not a fan of either team. Because that's you're a baseball fan. That's a fun game.
So let me frame the day tomorrow. We got Cleveland trying to get it back together again against Cincinnati, who is turning the corner. But that was 2 wins against Detroit. So are those even valuable?
Let me ask you this: this interstate battle that they're going to have, against each other, and there's going to probably be seeing a lot of each other in this tournament. Is there going to be a lot more juice coming from the iPads in the stands? From the guy doing the iPad, is there going to be a lot more juice because it's the interstate rivalry?
I expect them to be very busy.
Okay.
And should Apple, because it's all Apple, shouldn't they be coming up with new sounds as the tournament advances? They should be providing system updates.
I think there should be system updates. No interruptions though with FaceTime phone calls from ex-girlfriends though.
Yeah.
But I think because it's the interstate rivalry, Cincy against the Tribe, I think that the stands need to be juiced up by the wizard that's working the iPad. I just wanted to throw that in there because I'm fascinated with the sound.
A lot of pressure on sound guy in Cincinnati tomorrow. We'll pay attention to him.
Wanted to get that in there.
Right?
I know it has nothing to do with handicapping, but I find it entertaining.
So let me just do a quick framing of how
go ahead.
Tomorrow is. Can Cleveland get it back together, or is Cincinnati really going to start living up to their expectations? Are the Yankees just unstoppable, or is Philadelphia going to be well rested? It's just nice to see them take the mound again. Is New York going to spiral into just disaster? And I think the game, a lot is on Seattle tomorrow. Can they stop what appears to be the Oakland charge that they seem ready to do to just start to move away with the division.
And or the Seattle Fade.
Right, and the Seattle Fade. So that's a
I'm pulling for the Grand Mariners tomorrow.
Sure.
That's just me betting with my heart.
Sure.
And I'm pulling that they find Cespedes is doing well, and that he didn't do anything that was too untoward.
Yeah. He just is a coward and couldn't tell the team appropriately because
that's what I'm hoping for.
He didn't know how to handle the situation. He's been uncomfortable for days. I'm sure that'll be what it turns out to be. That he's really a gentleman and he just didn't know how to. He wrote a note. And,
that's what I'm hoping for.
Right. Let's hope for that. And then the day wraps up with that Dodger game in San Diego.
What a day tomorrow! How do we handle all this excitement?
Well, we reload up our bankroll. We fill it to the brim with as much disposable income as we can. And then we throw some of those discretionary dollars at some of this bullshit. And we try to
and we get on that Picks 4 Sticks email list, and we get the plays that'll be coming to them by what, late morning tomorrow, Pacific time?
No, the picks tomorrow will either be out very early or very late. So
that sounds ominous.
Yeah, no, I would expect an email probably around 2 p.m., 2 to 3 p.m. tomorrow. So be looking for it and be ready to either.
I'm excited because the way you laid that out, and now I know why this is a segment people like, because the way you laid that out has really made me excited. So I can't help contain my excitement, and I don't want you to make a decision, but if you think you're going to get in on that on that Dodger San Diego game, maybe not, but we don't know. But
it's the MLB TV free game of the day, so no matter where you are, you can watch it. We'll throw out a play on it. I can't.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at. I didn't want you to confirm it. I just wanted to know what your feeling is if you were going to get a play on that game.
Yeah,
that's
we'll
exciting.
put a play out on it. We'll not give it a high rank, but we'll put a play on it. And I'm already starting to see some anger here.
That's exciting that you're going to put a play on that. Get on that email list, man, because he just confirmed that he doesn't like me to twist his arm like that because he's very nuanced and everything is a system. And I'm going to get it in my ear, but you have to get on that email list because he promised he was going to put a play on what is probably the best game of the season so far. Jesus Christ.
Most significant.
I just broke the promises.
Yeah.
Best game of the most significant game of the tournament. And he will put a play on that Dodger San Diego game tomorrow. Great.
I'll go a step further than that. I won't guarantee a win on this because I wasn't.
You're a gambler. You're not a liar.
Yeah, and I wasn't the one who said this is a lock. So I'm not going to guarantee it's a lock. But I will guarantee that the play will be exciting and close. I'm gonna break it down.
So yeah, get on that email list. Picks the number 4 Sticks, and let's see what the genius has to say about this Padres.
Yeah. If it turns out that it's not even a close play, it's just a loser straight away, then everyone will get a prize.
Yeah, cool. Well, I think that's about it. We're somehow mathematically we've reduced the percentage of the season by 3 percentage points. We're at 15% of the season. Doesn't quite have the heft of the 17, but we figured out that it assures that the tournament is more likely to be complete. So we're happy about that. I'm going to say goodnight to you. I got to put a little bit more of that oil on my scalp. And I know you're busy working the angles, and so it was a fun show tonight, Silly Sunday, and it wasn't so silly because you got a little heated. But,
lots of silly conspiracy theories.
I'll talk to you. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Good night.
Tomorrow I want to hear more about the hippie store.
Okay, more hippie store stuff. Good
All
night.
right. Good night. See you tomorrow, Marco.
Yeah.